Alright, so I'm going to start off with the MAC 224. Everyone needs this brush in their collection. It is to die for, and it's amazing. I've had this brush for probably 7 years, and look, it's still perfect. So if you take care of your stuff, it will last. I'm going to dip into this shade right here. It's hard to see the names on the palette from the back side, but I believe it's the Moscow Mule. If I said that right, probably didn't. And I like that there's a mirror in this palette. It's awesome. So I'm just going to put this right into the crease. Alright, next we're going to grab MAC 217, another fave of mine that everyone needs to have in their collection. What's cool about it is it's a blending brush, and it's like flat too, so it could be like a eyeshadow shader brush to apply like dense amount like of shadow. So we're going to go in with this shade over here, and I think it's called Martini Mama. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. Because Vanilla on Vanilla has to be this one. So it's totally backwards. It is. Well, if you're... Check ID is what that one's called. So the one I used in the transition shade, that one is still called the Moscow Mule because it's in the middle. But, okay. So I'm going to just apply the brush to the shadow like directly, just like this. Because we want the most amount of product to be on the outer corner of the eye. So I'm just going to press that in first. Deposit that color. Just pack it in. And then whatever is left on the brush, just blend it up into that. Then go back in with that blender brush, 224, and buff it out. Then we're going to go in with Jungle Juice. It's a cool name to call this shade. Oh, and this one has so much kickback. But it's an awesome shade, and it's extremely pigmented. So just be careful. And then press that into that outer corner again. And then just kind of blend it in as you go. But we're not taking it as high or in as far. I want it to be more deposited. And I'm going to get the blending brush and just blend it out again. Blend, blend, blend. And I like to apply the shadow so that when my eyes are open, you can see it, because my eyes are very hooded. So if I only put it in the crease, like, you're only going to see it when my eyes are closed. And I want you to see my shadow when my eyes are open. So you have to, like, take a step back and look. Be like, okay, so it's going to look like that when I have mascara on and all that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? 4, 3, 2. I really love this brush as well. And I'm going to dip into this dark plum shimmery shade right there. Looks like it's called Poor Decisions. Alrighty, Kylie. I'm just kidding. On 21st birthday, yeah. So I'm just going to like tight line that lower lash line. Gonna tight line it a little bit. Make it like really smoky. It's gonna be a smoky look. Tight line the waterline because I'm gonna go back in and smudge it out. So this is my ColourPop black liner. Of course, the name wears off, but I think they were like $5. Really, really cheap. Really cheap. So let's tight line the waterline. And when I do the bottom, I don't always bring it all the way in, and I'm not with this look. So I'm pretty much stopping right here. That way it keeps the eye looking open and more rounded. Alright, now I'm going to take a pencil brush, and this is the Morphe E36. I have quite a few that I like. This is a MAC 210. I feel like I use either or, but which one should I use? I'm gonna use the Morphe one. So I'm gonna take that purple, that sparkly purple plum shade again, and we're going to smoke out this lower lash line. And I'm kind of merging the two lines together, so the color looks really smoky. And it blends into the skin. This looks so cool. Especially with like the glitter. Alright, so that's that. And since I have the pencil brush in my hand, I'm just going to go in with the black shade. And we're going to go on the top. We're just going to go into the crease just a little bit to connect the bottom with the top. So we'll just make it a little darker since the bottom is so dark. Kind of just blend it all together. Then grab that 217 brush again and go in with Jungle Juice. Has so much kickback. It's like the only shade in the palette that does. And go right on top of that shade again, and then just blend it in. And I'm just doing circular windshield wiper motions until I feel like I get the look that I want. You can even just drag it out, drag it down. Right here, but I have to mix it with the Fix Plus. So that one is Birthday Bitch. Birthday Bitch. It's Britney, bitch. I'm going to take this Morphe M124 brush and spray my new lavender Fix Plus. It smells so good. Spray the brush a little bit. And then dip it into that shade because it's soup. And we're going to press it onto the brow bone. Ooh, yeah. I like it. And then just kind of, like I said, take a step back and look and see and, you know, make sure they look even. I like to apply a lot in the inner corner. I get really dark in there. Even with concealer and the primer, I feel like sometimes it still pops through the darkness. I'm like, oh, I don't want you there. Why aren't you going away? So, then I take my 224 brush from MAC. And I just softly just like go into that crease and stuff and make sure everything blends really seamlessly, nicely. Just so you don't have any lines, you know what I mean? And then for the lid, I'm kind of liking the way that it looks right now. So what I like to do when I like the lid to be a little more matte, I take my MAC Emphasize. Can't go wrong without this shade, literally cannot. And we're going to put, alright, now we're going to dip into MAC Emphasize and we're going to pat that onto the lid. I keep looking into the camera thinking it's a mirror. I mean, you're looking at yourself, but okay. Deposit the most amount of pigment into the inner corner and then work it to the center. And then you can use your finger to fade it in. Just like so. So the next step I do is highlight my face. And my go-to highlighter right now is the Kristen Leanne Urban Decay highlighter. And I almost didn't grab it because I have so many goddamn highlighters that this is the only one I use right now. Besides the Kylie Jenner birthday one. But it has a lot of, like, it's more golden tone, you know what I mean? And then you got Champagne Pop and all that, but this one is amazing. So I'm gonna grab, what brush do I use? I don't even know the number of it. It is the M501 by Morphe. Looks like that. Run it between all 3 shades in the palette. And we're going to place that onto the high points of the face. And I definitely put on a lot of glow. Everyone's like, how do you get your highlights so like poppin'? It's poppin'. I'm like, just layer it. Might do a little bit too much sometimes, but you know. And I bring it all the way up. Sometimes I go above the brow and I like, you know, rub it in there, but I'm not gonna do that. Then I do the ball of the nose, tip of the nose, ball of the nose, and then the Cupid's bow. And then my chin. I would definitely prefer more of a matte face, and then with the highlighter, it makes it look really nice. So on camera, actually the highlight looks pretty good, but let's add a little more. Just right on the highest point of the and then the next step is to spray my face with my setting spray. This is the Infallible Pro setting spray from L'Oreal. Oh, it's so refreshing. And then I let that sit, and then I will do mascara. I feel like it works better for that. It works better that way for me because that spray like makes the mascara wet, and then you like open your eye right away and it could transfer and it's just a hot mess. So it's better just to do this, let it dry. I feel like this is what works best for me. But in the meantime, while that's drying, I'm going to grab my 3D Brow Tones by Benefit, and I'm going to just define the brow hairs and set them. Be careful because these are like tinted, so sometimes I don't know what I do, but I always get like a chunk on the end of the tail. I'm like, oh, what the hell? I like worked so hard on that. Curl my lashes, and this is the Tarte curler. Alright, and that is it for the makeup tutorial. I'm gonna do my hair. It wasn't going to, but then I put it up in this bun with one of my hair dyes, and it made the hair all kinky and it was straight. So probably gonna have to curl it or straighten it. I don't know yet. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. Yeah, and I hope you learned something cool today. Sorry, not used to talking on camera. Get better at it. And missing doing this. I've been wanting to do this. And I can't believe it's been 2 years since I posted anything at all. It's crazy. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time and stay glam.